So Eckhart Tolle was a gift for you. Are there any other authors that you were like along your journey, you're like, oh,
absolutely. I'm like so many. Thich Nhat Hanh, a beautiful Buddhist monk. Pema Chodron, I'm never sure if I'm saying her name correctly,
No,
but
me
I
too.
love her as well. Michael Singer, The Untethered Soul, is another just really impactful. Sarah Blondin, Richard Rohr, and 12-step literature too. Just 12-step literature across the board. So impactful for me. But I love that they're from all these different traditions and religious perspectives, but I feel like they're all pointing to the same thing, which is that presence that you just talked about. This one thing that's it's in there. It's always here. Yeah, we just crowd it out, you know.
Doesn't she make you want to take her courses? I love it. I love it. So tell us, what do you want the reader to know about themselves by the time they are finished with the book? Like, what are promises that you can make for them on this journey?
Yes. Promises I can make to my readers are that if you are willing to engage, like with that open heart, and I will say it's not like an easy read, but there are breadcrumbs through the whole narrative that you could take as deep as you wanted to go, that are these little nuggets of like, how do I go deeper in my healing? How do I go deeper in my ability to love myself, to connect with the people in my life that are important to me, that I want better connection with? There are so many both practical tools and just kind of ways of holding things that are just littered throughout the whole narrative. How do I use meditation as a tool to kind of find that place in myself? How do I live practically with mindfulness and not like, well, if I was a monk and I lived in a forest, you know, it's like, how do I do this in actual real life? So it's filled with that kind of understanding. And then the other promise I want to say that I make is that if you have experienced betrayal or a feeling of that safe identity or foundation just shattering, and that can happen in so many ways, not just in a marriage, in lots of ways, that you will, I think, feel a lot of validation for like the emotions you've experienced and the ways you might respond that are messy, because going through these types of experience is messy. And I don't shy away from that. I feel like, you know, this has been a journey to even be able to bring it forward, because it's pretty self-exposing.
It is, very.
I don't pretend to be perfect in any way. I really feel like it's really important to me to show like the gritty reality of how kind of our ego reactions show up, and we swing over here and then we swing over here because that is what we do. That's what we do as humans. That's what we do. And I know that I'm no different than you. So there's not like a shame or a need to hide. It's more like an invitation to this shared humanity and the beauty that's underneath all of that small coping. I think that's the hope and the trust that I would want my readers to leave this book with, that this trust that despite all of your imperfections, the ways you maybe haven't handled things perfectly, your big emotions, the places you feel, that there is something within you that you can trust perfectly. And that is a practice, accessing that and letting that be more forward in your life is something you can learn to access, that you can trust yourself, the deep part of yourself, not your small ego voice in your head, but that deep, expansive part of yourself. You can trust that implicitly. And I want them to leave with that feeling of, I know that I have within me everything I need to get through what I'm facing right now. The title of my book is Undone, Unafraid, Evolving Through Trauma, Betrayal, Femininity, and Faith. you'll be able to find my book in hardcover, softcover, ebook, and Audible. And you can also find me at beckymoller.com. I hope if you feel any desire for more support that you'll reach out to find me, because I truly want to hear from you.